Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, I heard I got Bully Ray next week, but I don't believe it. See, I don't even have a match tonight, but I'm still working out because I have nothing else to do. What am I gonna do? That's what I do. What am I gonna do? Play the guitar?
Down to the Nyla Rose, Nyla Beast, native Nyla Rose the Beast.
We saw last week on AEW Dynamite.
Bam! Down with the best friend. Bum. Sorry. Thunder, Rosa, Thunder, she's Rosa, Thunder, she's Rosa.
Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho.
I know you would love that. I knew you would love that.
Ruby Soho.
Destination, no, whoa.
From Montreal to Memphis, parlez-vous français? Tell all the girls the Rouges are on their way. They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow. They're all American boys, all American boys, all American boys. They're all American boys.
Well, yeah. Trey, I know. What do you think about that?
That was actually good, but what the fuck?
I know that's actually a really good song by Jimmy Hart with the whole Rougeau song. But I found that I'm like, you know what? I gotta put that in here. I got to. I'll drop the link. Apparently, it's a playlist on YouTube, and he's like singing like Shawn Michaels. He's singing this song, and he sings another song too. It's wild. But I had to play that. But anyways, welcome to another edition of Pin Down Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, and we got a lot to cover in the world of wrestling. And boy, oh boy, we got Trey. There's a lot of shit going down this week.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play a little chat in a minute. We're gonna see who's in the chat for a second, but dude, the whole like we're gonna get into it, like the whole like NXT stuff going down, the whole yeah, that stuff, the Gail Kim drama. You got Hangman Page crying like a little bitch that he is, and Kenny Omega being butthurt too, and we had a return on Wednesday with Andrade. There's a lot to unpack here, but before we get started, we're going to see who's in the chat. We got Juan here. Well, Juan, good to see you.
What up?
Last Toxic Male.
Last Toxic Male.
I missed my boy Hologram. Yeah, well, that's a different story for a different time. But yeah. But Trey, what story do you want to cover first? Because we got a lot to cover. Do you want to get into the whole NXT?
Yeah, we can get into that because that kicked off the week. So
yeah.
I'll make a really quick side point. If you watched Raw, that EO segment was one of the most painful things I've had to sit through. Her acting is
it was bad. I didn't get to see it live, but I did see like the replay of it, and boy, oh boy, that was pretty bad acting. I think it's safe to say that she's never going to be in Hollywood. So that's
no. And It sucks that this is Rhea's birthday present for Perth this year. Really? This shit? Really melodramatic? I don't even know what to call it. This is like a Japanese drama?
I don't know what it is,
Soap
dude.
opera? Like,
They've been like, I don't know if anyone else has been picking up this vibe, and it could just be me and my warped head, but I've been getting a lot of like lesbian vibes.
no, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people
Okay.
in IWC pushing for that too. And I had to
Uh,
check one guy. I'm like, Rhea's married. You know that, right?
No, not in my head canon. She's not.
No,
No,
my
she's
head
lesbian.
canon. Even though she's a real person, that's not how head canon works. You dumb fuck.
Yeah. Well.
Let's be real.
That's,
The only thing carrying Crown Jewel is the Cody Seth stuff. Let's be honest.
And probably
AJ Cena. Just
yeah, I was gonna say probably that match too. But yeah, that card. But which, by the way, that's next Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, and it starts at 8 in the morning.
5 a.m. for me. Fuck that. I'll
Yeah.
probably still be asleep.
Yeah, so we may cover it, we may not. If we do, we go live on next week for Pin Down. We will let you guys know. We'll go from there. And like we might do the results, or who knows? We might even do a late watch along. Maybe, don't know, but we'll figure it out until then. But let's talk about the one person that had a lot of fucking put a monkey wrench in this whole thing with NXT and TNA's pay-per-view special they're gonna do. But well, TV special, I guess you should say. But anyways. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I don't even know if I even want to read this because when I first read this pissed me off, dude. I was like, "You got me."
I thought this was a joke.
So did I. Legit, I really did think this was a joke.
I can read it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to enhance it real quick. Hold on just a second. If you can read it, Trey, yeah, go for it. But I'm gonna try to enhance it so everyone can see it too.
Okay. Israeli officials have expressed concern over WWE NXT's Invasion event, noting that its date coincides with the anniversary of the 2023 Hamas attack. They believe the title is poorly chosen given the significance of the day.
Yeah, this whole thing.
Yeah, last toxic mail. That's my response. What the fuck?
This was my reaction to you. Like it said, when you put it in the general chat, I legit thought this was a rib. Like, is this a joke?
Same. That's why I didn't put it in at first. I was like, it took me a little bit to put it in. I'm like, is this real? I had to verify. Like, no, this is real. A lot of wrestling people are posting this, so it has to be.
Yeah, dude. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me right now, bro. I'm like, why? Like, I'm pretty sure the WWE didn't go on the calendar and said, oh, wait a minute. This is not, we didn't know this was the anniversary of what was it? The American citizens and the Israeli hostages, by the way.
The Hamas attack on,
and the hostages and stuff like that.
Which, tragic situation. Just gonna quickly say that.
Yeah, of course it is. But I don't think this was like ill intent.
No, this was not ill intent. I don't even think this is poor timed. I don't even think this is poorly timed. Or at worse.
Yeah.
If you fucking have to. WWE should not have changed the name. You know what they should have done? I talked about this, I think, with Green and us behind the scenes. Why not just delay it a week? And honestly, delaying it a week probably would help anyway. Give it a bit more build.
Well, we will talk about that in a second.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it because we have a lot of...
Yeah, because I still have no idea why they're doing this next week, but
next week,
because
this is stupid. Yeah, and WWE caving and them having to write a reason why. Well, we're not going to call it. We're going to call it a showdown because we have this partnership, according to Santino. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and you got Santino's explanation. It has been a beautiful relationship. It's not in an invasion, but. Okay, but anyways, here's the new show title: NXT Showdown next Tuesday on CW.
That looks terrible, dude.
This is a terrible name for a
name.
Interpromotional battle.
Why does Showdown sound like a pay-per-view name from like the In Your House era?
Trey, I'm not gonna lie. They've literally just taken the name from Showdown from one of the what was it? The Super Showdown.
Super Showdown. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Australian
it's like,
show, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, dude. What the fuck? This name sucks.
Showdown is, dude. Can't you see an in your house showdown back in like 1995?
Oh yeah, in your house showdown, Impact versus NXT or some shit like
In your
that.
house showdown, main event: Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. Like,
Yeah, that too. That which, by the way, that's a pretty good game. I enjoy playing
honestly,
that game as a kid.
this could be a WCW pay-per-view name too. WCW Showdown.
Or here's an idea: it's gonna be in October. Why didn't you just not just use Fall Brawl?
Fall Brawl, yeah.
Like, why does it have to be Showdown? Like, and let's just be real. This whole build up to this whole show has been dog shit. I don't know why
Dog
they're
shit.
doing it. Yeah, like I don't know why they're doing what they're doing because like you have Kalani
Jordan,
Yeah.
who just won the TNA title, but
Who's
she's
NXT.
she's contracted with NXT, but
Yeah.
she's the team captain
of TNA.
in TNA. Let's talk about the TNA knockouts, which most of them, outside of the Iconics or the Inspiration, are women who've been there for a cup of coffee, like Mara Sade or Jakara Jackson. She was only there for like what, 2-3 months?
I don't even think she's been there that long, honestly.
No, she's been, since like July, I think. That's when
something like that, but it's not been that long. It's like she's already a part of like this whole battle already. What the fuck?
Indy Hartwell. Why not Indy Hartwell? As much as I don't really care for her as a singles competitor, she would have made more sense. At least she's been in TNA like several months at least now.
Yeah, or like you said, Tessa Blanchard. Why is it not Tessa not a part
Why
of this?
is not Tessa part of this? She's literally the most veteran TNA person you probably have right now.
Yeah,
and then Jordan Grace could have been on the NXT women's side, and they have history.
And we know that she just got obligated to show up for CMLL in the next couple weeks.
Which is the same. It's actually the same week as this show.
Okay, so there's that. But also, it's like, why didn't we not say this for Survivor Series weekend?
Yeah, this should have been Survivor Series weekend. Yeah,
like this should have been a takeover special. This should have been a takeover special during the week of Survivor Series, the night before. This could have been on Friday or whatever, right? This could have been on like some like during the week. Like it could have been like a early Saturday show or something, right? And they could have done the traditional Survivor Series match there.
Yep.
Like I don't understand why they didn't do it.
And we could have easily let's book the knockouts. Really, the knockouts versus the women, the NXT women. The NXT side is actually not terrible. You just gotta get rid of who's in there that probably shouldn't be in there. Just swap them for Jordan Grace.
I mean, probably. I mean, if you're gonna do, if she was gonna take someone's place in WWE or NXT side, it's gotta be what's her name, Fallon Henley.
Yeah, Fallon Henley. Yeah, Fallon Henley. Yeah,
I'd take her out.
Yeah. Take her out. Put Jordan Grace there. Lola Vice is fine. JC Jane's the champion, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
Jordan
this
Grace.
this tier right there. That makes sense too.
Yeah, and the knockout side, Tessa. I guess you can keep the Inspiration.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And Tessa probably should have been the team captain. That's just me. But I get it, Kalani. Let's be real. That was clearly supposed to be Masha, which we'll be talking about on Tuesday, by the way.
Yeah. We'll talk about that for Tuesday night because we're gonna be trying to cover NXT Showdown and AEW. What's the show called? The Belt Mark Show, whatever the fuck it is. Everyone defends their belts on Tuesday Night Dynamite, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah,
they fucked this up. And then the men's side, it's not as bad. Like it makes sense why Trick Williams isn't on the TNA side.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like also, it's like, you know, I don't know why Obafemi's not a part of the team. He should be NXT. I don't know why he's not. I know he just lost the quote unquote title, but Ricky's already the champion, so why not have him on there? But okay. I think the men's side, and I know this might sound sexist, but I think the men's side's more stacked than the women's right now.
Oh, the women's side, that doesn't make any sense. The knockouts aren't even real knockouts. They've been knockouts for a cup of coffee.
And Kalani Jordan's like literally, she's contractually obligated to NXT. So why the hell is she representing TNA? Like, this whole thing's been like a clusterfuck. I was already not a fan of Sean's booking anyways, but now I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? And that freaking fight they had in the parking lot when they rolled up in the freaking the Elon Musk Cybertruck shit.
Yeah.
Like these are like freaking kindergartners, like freaking like fighting on the playground, like on the right over the monkey bars. But this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just screaming at each other, and you got Moose coming out of the freaking out of the Cybertruck like he's all badass. Like, dude, let's just be real. Even though it's 2025, you rolling up in a Cybertruck is not fucking cool. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And why is it 4-on-4? That's not Survivor Series. It's 5-on-5.
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing. Like I said, I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know why we're doing this on a free TV. I don't know why this is not a part of a takeover special. But I don't know. I guess Gunnar Michaels got messed up or something. I don't know what happened. Maybe Mr. Magoo didn't look at the calendar. Was like, oh my goodness, I could have done this Survivor Series weekend.
Not even just Tessa. You have Rosemary.
Yeah,
she's been in TNA forever. Killer Kelly.
Yeah. I guess you could put Alicia Fox, but she's been dog shit. She was in WWE.
She's dog shit.
Anyway, so,
she's with Tessa. She can just manage Tessa. But no, I don't ever want her to wrestle. I'm good.
like we said, in a perfect world, it could have been Masha Slamovich. Which one?
Masha Slamovich, which let's be real, she was probably supposed to be the captain. I think she was originally supposed to be the knockout captain, but we all know what happened. And we'll talk about it on Tuesday.
We'll talk about that on Tuesday. But this show sucks. It's like, and especially that big. I know I just clicked off it, but that big ass W. Yeah, that's stupid looking. That's a shit logo too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's dog shit. And I mean dog shit. But hopefully the show will be good. I really don't have any faith about it, honestly.
No, I was into it at first, and then they just fucked it up quick.
Yeah, well, with that name change, it's like, what? All right. But speaking about TNA, we're going to continue about TNA because Carlos Silva made an interview talking about how they are still trying to get a TV deal. So here we go. We're going to do that. Trey, if you wouldn't mind again, could you read that for the chat? Let me know if you need me to enhance it. I can do that.
I got it.
Okay.
TNA president Carlos Silva says the company is actively negotiating with a partner for a potential TV streaming deal. We're now in active negotiations with a partner, and we're going to work through that. I can't really put a timeline on how long that will take. The good news is the process has started. We're no longer just talking to a bunch of people to sort of gauge interest. Now we have an interested partner and working through potentially a deal for 2026. It's going to happen as soon as it can happen. We're working on it as recently as yesterday, exchanging papers and trying to figure it out. We're excited about it. Keep pushing it forward to get this over the finish line. It's done when it's over the finish line. So TNA might be getting a deal.
That's
finally
the way it looks like
a real deal.
This is what it looks like. And I heard rumors that the only two networks I heard that are legit right now is either between CW and A&E Network. Now, I'm gonna be real. TNA's production we talked about when we watched Victory Road last week. The production value for TNA is really bad. The cameras are really dog shit. It looks like someone's shooting this from a Generation 4 iPhone. Like, it's really bad. The lighting's terrible. So whatever company does get them, CW or the A&E Network, they've got to upgrade the production big time. So
big time.
And that's the biggest thing. That's why I was always mad when I left Spike TV, because Spike paid for all that. They paid for the cameras, they paid for the sets, they paid for the lighting, all that stuff. And as soon as they left, that's when TNA's production went down, because they went to Destination America, got kicked off of Destination America, or they left, but they got kicked off. There's no way they didn't just want to stay there. But anyway, Pop TV, and now they're on Access TV because they bought the channel. They bought the network, or Anthem bought the network, and that's why they're on there now. But yeah, but like I said, hopefully whoever gets them, the production value goes back up because it's really bad right now. And
Yeah.
and I think it'd be a real morale booster too for the talent as well. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely see what happens, but I'll be interested to see what network does get them because I can see CW since their relationship with WWE.
And then the NXT thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I can see them like negotiating, helping them out because let's just be real. WWE is really taking a lot of their fucking people and like they're using them on their TV and shit. Prime example, Joe
Yeah.
Hendry. So it's like, yeah, we'll do it, but like we're you know, who knows? If for all we know, they might try to even buy TNA, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it will happen, but it'd definitely be interesting to see what it does happen though. But anyways, yeah, but good luck for them and hopefully like I said, better
Hope it
production.
works. Because
Yeah.
TNA is, they've been really upping their game the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not perfect. I don't like what they're doing with Tessa Blanchard right now, but
yeah.
And obviously this invasion. But that's not all on TNA. That's like NXT too. You know.
Yeah, and like I said, Sean's really booked this like shit. But like I said, Sean is he's okay. I personally, in my opinion, I think Sean's up there with Tony Khan. I think he's a shit booker.
Ooh, fuck.
Some people he does well with. Like I'll give him credit where credit is due. He did great with Obafemi. He did great with Julia. He did really good with Stephanie Vacure. I mean, he did great jobs with those people, but like everybody else is like, not so much. It ain't really worked out too well. But we're gonna talk about this real quick. So this was declared yesterday afternoon. Florida is giving Hulk Hogan his own trail, and this comes from the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. So yeah. So Trey, if you want to read that for everybody.
Alrighty. Today, I was joined by family and friends of Hulk Hogan to celebrate his extraordinary life and legacy. It was an honor to be in Pinellas County this morning to dedicate a 2-mile portion of the Clearwater Trail as the Hulk Hogan Trail. In true Hulk fashion, red and yellow signage will line the trail from Oak Avenue to Coronado Drive. And we're also installing exercise equipment for all ages to enjoy. Although he's no longer with us, Hulk Hogan's legacy continues to live on, especially in the Tampa Bay area that he called home.
But he did not. But the one thing he did not mention is that this man was here at the announcement.
From Montreal to Memphis, parlez-vous français? Tell all the girls the Rouges are on their way. They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow. They're all American boys, all American boys, all American boys. They're all American boys.
I'm sorry, I had to. I had to get that back in there. I had to. No, but I mean, it's cool that they're giving Hogan his own trail. I mean, it's I guess it's I assume it's like some park. I'm not sure, but yeah, but like that's pretty cool that Florida did
That's
that for him.
cool. Yeah, Hulk Hogan is he's big in Florida. He's a hero in Florida. I don't really have a problem with this at all.
No, it's I'm fine with it. I ain't got a problem with it. Like I said, but the whole I am surprised it wasn't a gym, like a trail, but still, it's still cool. I mean, you don't see a lot of people get like their own trail, quote unquote, at a park or whatever. So it's like, all right, I get it. But you know someone, Trey, who's not going to get their own park, sadly.
Ooh.
Well, if Kenny Omega has anything to fucking do with it, it'll be Gail Kim.
Yep.
So let me get that set up real quick. Let me find the article. I apologize. Okay. And I don't fucking have it. All right, we're gonna go with something else. All right, hold on. We're gonna go to something else. We're gonna pivot and fuck it.
Pivot. Yep.
Someone who definitely wants to get their own trail in Florida, but probably won't happen. Let's talk about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for a second.
Dwayne the Cuck Johnson.
So if anyone doesn't know, Smashing Machine came out a couple nights ago, right?
Yeah, it came out on Friday, yesterday.
Right. And apparently it's not doing too well. So Trey, do you want to read that for the fine folks in the chat?
The Smashing Machine is tracking to open with 6 million to 7 million domestically, which keep in mind, I talked about this yesterday. The movie cost $50 million to make. So it's not making its money back. And I know it's just Saturday because I saw this yesterday, which was Friday. So we still have time. But I think this movie's fucked. So over under how quick The Rock will return. How quick will we see the final boss?
You want to know my honest opinion, Trey?
How quick? Yeah.
I think we'll see old Dwayne back probably when he goes back on the roids because he's got the one movie coming out. What's it called, Lizard Man or whatever.
Yeah, the Scorsese film, right?
Yeah, he's got that too. So in a perfect world, I think old Dwayne probably shows up around. He probably shows up during Cena's retirement match on Saturday Night's Main Event. I wouldn't be surprised with that.
Yeah, because let's be real. I said this yesterday. I think Roman Rock's finally going to happen, but it's going to be in Saudi for the Arab money.
Arab money.
Yep. But yeah, I could see it because this is not going to do well. You got Good Boy out right now. Next week, Tron Ares. So you got something coming out that's probably going to take the headlines from it.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's done. Yeah. This is just Oscar bait for The Rock. And I'm not saying it's a good movie, whether it's a good movie or not. I don't know.
We haven't watched it yet. Yeah, we haven't
watched it.
We'll probably will check it out at some point. But because I'm not gonna lie, the trailers looked interesting to me because I really don't know the story about Mark Kerr. I know of him, but I don't know the story of the guy. And like I said before, I think The Rock's pretty much one-dimensional actor. And people can say what they want, like, oh, he's a great actor. Nah, The Rock's pretty much one-dimensional.
At one point, he had a little range,
and
get smart in
his best movie to me.
Gridiron Gang. He was great in Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gridiron Gang or The Rundown. Those are the two movies he did great or did very well, and probably Walking Tall too. Walking Tall.
That's a good one. Scorpion King, I like for the fun of it. It's not objectively a good film, and obviously it helps that Godsmack's in the soundtrack. So
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good cinema. That's a pretty good cinema line right there. Hakuna Shente.
Hakuna Shente. Oh, remember when he's a giant fucking scorpion in The Mummy Returns?
Yeah, I do. That CGI still does not hold up. It's bad.
No.
But if you want, but honestly, it's a cheap plug. But if you guys want to, watch other review movies and stuff like that with us, me and Trey. And we do another channel with our friend Cowman called Cowman Reviews, and Gigawatt's in the chat here too. When he's available, we do it as well.
Gigawatt, I'm with what he said. Scorpion King was a fun. Yeah, it's not winning awards, but it's fun.
Yeah. I don't think The Rock will ever win an Oscar. The only time he'll probably ever win an Oscar is probably maybe if he plays himself in a fucking biopic or some shit. Like, who knows?
Yeah. Let's be real. The Rock's only a draw in wrestling.
Yeah.
I think he needs to accept that. I thought he accepted it after Black Adam, but I guess not.
No, Trey. He was trying to take over DC.
The new hierarchy of the DC is taking.
Yeah,
The
don't forget about the Tooth
hierarchy.
Fairy. Can't forget about that movie.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, but if you guys want to watch me and Trey's reaction to like review movies and stuff, there's a link right there. I put right there in the chat. But yeah. So we'll.
The
Like I said,
hierarchy
if
of
this,
DC has changed.
oh god, the tribal, the final boss got final boss out of the fucking company. That's why he fucking got it.
Thought he learned his lesson, but I guess he just needs to realize he's not a draw in acting. He's just not.
Well, he thinks he's like the next Stallone or Arnold or something. It's like, bro, come on.
You're not, dude. You don't have the charisma to do that. You have wrestling charisma.
Yeah, he had wrestling. Yeah, he had charisma in professional wrestling, but yeah, it's all bad. But I'll have to go back and get that article. But we're gonna talk about Gail Kim real quick because that whole thing with the whole Rio shit, that was something. And Kenny Omega, of course, had to make his little 2 cents into it. So for context, I'm just gonna say for context, I don't know if I can find the article again. So Gail Kim made some comments about Riho, and for people who don't know, Riho is a pet project that Kenny Omega absolutely adores this person, blah blah blah. Because that's the same girl. If you ever watched the match, that he has a match with a little girl in Japan, that's Riho as a child. So anyone tries to quote unquote attack Riho, old Kenny gets all his butt plug in a bunch, and he fucking gets all her butt hurt about it. So Gail Kim made a comment that she said that she didn't make fun of her wrestling, nothing like that, because I listened to the clip earlier today. She basically said she had a problem with the production people shooting up her skirt when she went up to the top rope, and she said she did not like how they dressed her up as a Japanese schoolgirl. And Kenny Omega had a problem with it. And for context, Omega told everybody that she only did that was because she gets a gift basket from TKO, which, if anyone knows for the past decade, Gail Kim has talked massive shit about the WWE. So I don't think she's ever getting a fucking gift basket from TKO anytime soon. But according to fucking Kenny, she is. She's on the take. But yeah. Trey, do you want to read this for the chat?
Yes. Here we go. Gail Kim says Kenny Omega's tweet towards her was very derogatory. Even what he said, though, was very derogatory again. He was probably reading things online and believing the AEW sickos, I'll just reword it here, who twisted all the messaging. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe he did read my original answer, but to say I do the splits, I didn't even know what that meant at first. I'm like, what do you mean I do the splits for TKO? I'm like, what is he talking about?
He doesn't know. He can't even fucking read. Yeah, Kenny's just like I said, Kenny. This is what pisses me off about the whole EVP shit with him and everybody else. These guys are supposed to be EVPs of a fucking company, and these guys act like little bitches. They're the softest people I have ever seen in my life. Legit. They're so soft.
Thin skin pussies.
And it's ridiculous, dude. It's just like, fuck, dude. Can you guys just actually grow the fuck up? A real executive or person would like, you know what? Telling their opinion, move on. Don't even like capitalize on it. Let's move forward. Let's worry about our business, right? No, what does Kenny do? Go in there and make a dumb tweet like that. And like I said, this is why he's friends with the Bucks and all his other people, because they're all a bunch of fucking bitches and they got nothing else to do with their lives. And they think they're badasses until someone criticizes them or criticizes other people. Then they all get on the defensive, like, oh no, you hurt my feelings. I gotta say something on Twitter.
Dude, they have a hang up about JD fucking from NY.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm indifferent on JD, but it's like he's just a wrestling podcaster and he gets you up on your ass all the time.
Yep.
You have actual wrestlers responding to him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And JD criticizes WWE. You don't see like Seth Rollins in his fucking replies, or Rhea Ripley, any of these wrestlers. No.
They don't give a fuck. We're moving on. I'm worried about my business. I'm not worried about what you're fucking doing. And answer Joe.
Yeah, you're not gonna get Triple H fucking.
Yeah. Getting back to Jody real quick. Yeah, Gail was a former WWE females wrestler. She was never in WCW though.
She was in the Ruthless era, and then she came back for a little bit in the PG era for like what, a year?
Mm-hmm.
Couple years.
Oh, see, she came back probably what 2009, and I was like there for like 2011, maybe 2010.
Yeah, so 3 years. So around 2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
and
it was not a good run.
And she trashed WWE. Like, so she's trashed WWE for a long fucking time. So that whole she's sucking up to TKO thing makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. But you want to talk about another fucking soft ass bitch? Let's talk about fucking Butterfly on Hangman, fucking Brokeback Mountain bitch, Hangman Page. This bitch couldn't even tweet this out. He had to go do on Blue Sky like a little fucking cuck that he is. You want to read that for the chat, Trey? This
Hangman Adam Page voices his displeasure over ICE commercials airing during Dynamite. Fuck ICE aired. Fucking A. Fuck ICE airing commercials during Dynamite. Let them know. And then he tags like HBO Max Help and all this shit. HBO Max feedback. What a little bitch, dude.
Okay.
Really?
We're not going to be political here. We have no bias whatsoever. Okay, we're just going to tell you the way it is.
Yes.
The way this fucking shit works, people take airtime out. They pay the station to air the commercial that they pay for. If they paid for it, cool. You ain't got to agree with it. I see commercials about vegetables. I don't agree with vegetables, but I'm not going to fucking throw a bitch fit. Right?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is not the first time that Adam Page has done this shit. This is the same guy that's gone in business for himself when he did the whole Punk thing a couple years ago. When they're feud, he went in for business with himself. He's the reason why the Elite and all them had problems with Punk, and the Punk had problems with them. I almost said something. This bitch is just that. He's a bitch. And everyone keeps on saying, oh, no, he's he's a guy, he's a stand-up dude. Here's an idea. Stop worrying about fucking politics and actually just do what you're supposed to be doing, and that's wrestle.
What about be a fucking good champion who you're not even drawing in ratings? You're not even main eventing the show, Hangman, as the world champion.
Nope. And like I said, this guy thinks he's a badass. And it's like him and Brody King. They both do the same thing. Stop ICE and all that shit. Like I said, we're not going to say either way about the whole ICE thing. We may joke about it, but we're not going to like give our opinions about it. That's what we do. We make fun of everything around here. But like I said, if they paid for the spot, they paid for the spot. And this is how stupid he is too, because he could, if Max, if the ratings are like what they said they were for this past week, which was what 455,000 people watched.
60, yeah, and it's their 6-year anniversary, and that's one of their worst ratings.
Yeah, and then they want to, and like he wants to say this dog shit. Here's an idea. Shut up, because if you really wanted to piss off the network, they could pull the plug anytime they wanted to, because the show's not doing that well. And everyone said they want, oh no, it's doing great. No, it's not. No, it's not. Look at Collision. Collision barely gets 1,000 people watching the show weekly. Dynamite always fluctuates. So, like I said, he's this stupid. Let him know, guys. Let him know. Let's get kicked off the fucking air because we ain't got a backup plan to go anywhere else, you fucking moron. This dude's an idiot. He really is an empty-headed dumb fuck, in the words of Punk, and that whole brawl out press conference.
Also, what came out this week, NXT has beaten Dynamite 48 out of the 52 weeks of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna be it's 49 now if you include this week.
Yep. And Jack also said too. There was an ICE commercial last night for SmackDown. Yeah.
Yep. There was an ICE. Yeah. I was watching SmackDown with some people in Discord yesterday. There was an ICE commercial there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, and he wants to do this shit. Come on. Number one, no one knows. Nobody even fucking saw this shit until someone took a screenshot on Twitter. No one uses Blue Sky unless you're other people. You're mentally challenged people. They use that shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just like he's an idiot. This guy is legit an empty-headed dumb fuck. He really is an empty-headed dumb fuck. I can't stand the dude. Honestly, you know what? He should be thanking his lucky stars for anyways, because if it wasn't for his boys, the elite, he wouldn't even have a fucking job. This guy couldn't even fucking he wouldn't even be working for NXT or anybody, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
He's always been mid. He's been on mediocre fucking super like wrestler every time I've seen him. I watched him since he was in Ring of Honor when he was part of the survival of the fittest bullshit. He was decent then. He's still, like I said, he's not the greatest in the world, but he's not like terrible either. He's just a mid wrestler. He legit is. He's just fucking mid. And every time he runs his fucking dick licker, it really shows he's really a moron. And here's the sad thing, Trey. He was a fucking school teacher in Virginia.
Yeah.
Imagine this fucking idiot teaching your kids fucking school. Holy shit.
Ugh.
But it's just, you know what? This clip says it all about Hangman.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, this dude's a fucking empty-headed dumb fuck. He really fucking is. God. But anyways, that's that story. But chat, what do you think about the whole ice thing? Let us know in the comments section. Do you agree with old fucking Hangman? Do you disagree? Like, what do you guys got? I'm really interested in seeing what you guys got to say about this too.
Yeah, what a fucking retard.
Yep.
So that's all I got to that. What a fucking retard.
Yep. Wrestling's fantasy. Yep. I agree. Let's keep the real stuff out of fucking professional wrestling. I don't want to talk about real stuff when I'm trying to watch my wrestling. And yes, I know that in the past they have used like they use stuff, you know, prime example, the whole Gulf War between Sergeant Slaughter and
Slaughter, Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, you know, they've always done it, but it's like still though. I guess you can make an argument of that because we was quote unquote in war with the country. So I guess that's why they did what they did, but still though. But like I said, Hangman Page is just a fucking
exactly, Jaguar. He shouldn't encourage people to go after the parent company. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I said, he's just an idiot. This guy always goes for business for himself. No one ever tells him to shut the fuck up. Everyone's like, yeah, you just do what you want, Hangman. Like I said, the AEW fans eat this shit up because he's an idiot like them. So, wouldn't surprise me next 10 years we find out that Adam Page got people locked up in his basement. Wouldn't surprise me none.
More ice ads, especially
in Spain. Yeah, and Jack can say that because he's actually Hispanic. So yes, he can say that.
Yes. I'm drinking a Corona, Jack, by the way. Just letting you know.
Okay. Speaking about Hispanic people, let's talk about Andrade returning back to AEW this past Wednesday.
God. Oh.
Okay. Okay. So this comes from Dave Meltzer. Right.
All right. Let's read what good old Dave has to say. A big part of bringing Andrade to AEW is wanting another Hispanic star to help build the company up in Mexico and on Fox Sports Mexico, since he was a big name in that country. What? They're trying to make him their Rey Mysterio?
I don't know. I don't even know like what company like he can't. Apparently he's got heat in CMLL. I know he won a title last night. By the way, I forgot to post that up here. But yeah, he won a championship last night. I think it was the Crash Championship. But like, apparently like he's got heat in CMLL, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's not come back here because he burnt the promoter last time he was there. So I don't know what company Crash is. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with Mexican wrestling, but still though, I'm just over here just laughing. It's like, okay, so he's basically gonna win a belt. That means a hill of beans like Sasha or Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me. He's gonna win the championship. It's something like I said, Mercedes. Like a nothing happening championship doesn't mean a hill of beans. It's not AEW, but of course everyone will lose their load over it.
And funny, his return was one of the lowest rated Dynamites.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, yeah.
And that's not the only thing we got about Andrade. We got a lot more things coming up from Dave about Andrade too.
All right. Dave Meltzer on Tony Khan re-signing Andrade after making him believe he was staying last time. Andrade gave Tony Khan to believe he was staying. Khan believed they had an agreement for renewal that wasn't yet signed. He pushed him into the end, even though those in wrestling who knew him said he was going to WWE. Then his contract expired and he left. He is talented in the ring, but geez, everyone is. Even 5 years ago, he was a unique talent, but now there are so many guys at his level with better speaking ability and charisma. Damn, Dave! Sounds like you're shitting on Andrade there.
Which is hilarious because I thought Dave will gobble this shit all up. I thought he'd be like slobbing all over Tony Snob for getting this re-signing back. And like I said, Andrade was just in this company not even like 2 years ago. Like he's like when he was in AEW, the first run, he had 3 different managers in 1 month. It was ridiculous. First it was Vicky Guerrero. First it was Vicky, right? Then they brought in Chavo for a minute. And then they brought in the other guy that was his assistant. And he started cutting promos for him. So it's like that was booked like that. And then what they had him get into a fight with Sammy Guevara. Like he smacked Guevara. And apparently him and Guevara had problems together. And Tony this has been accounted for by eyewitnesses. They said legit. Tony told him and said, do not physically touch him. If you do, I will suspend you with pay.
What?
I will suspend you with pay. And he said, okay, I understand. And you know what he did 2 seconds, like 5 minutes after he got done talking to Tony Khan, Trey?
Smacked him.
He smacked him and got sent home with pay.
What a boss. I'm going to threaten you with pay. So all right, so I'm going to get paid anyway.
So it's like, all right, well, I'm going to beat this guy's ass, so thanks. I got paid to do that today, so thank you. It's just a shit show in that company, dude. And then we got more with Dave too. This is what Dave had to say about that.
Yeah, suspended with pay. That's encouraged. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's all he said. I will suspend you with pay. Ugh, good Lord.
I already gave my thoughts on this AEW re-signing Andrade situation. In the entire history of WWE, I can only come up with one wrestler fired by WWE who has been beneficial long-term to AEW, and that's Swerve Strickland. Maybe Shelton Benjamin, who has lost on his own, but that tag title loss still speaks volumes. What? Dave, what? What?
You mean he did? Yeah, the guy who did one fucking job at the fucking shit tag team division they got? Okay, Dave. Yeah, all right. But again, Andrade, I've never gotten with Andrade. I don't hate the guy or nothing like that, but I've never gotten with the dude. I never, like, even his NXT run, I never got him. Like, I don't understand this guy's, like, thought process. I thought he was okay in the ring, but that's it. Like, I never thought, like, he was, like, fantastic or nothing. But
I didn't care for him.
Yeah. And, like, also, this was reported yesterday by Mike Johnson from PW Insider. Right here. About Andrade.
Multiple WWE sources confirm that Andrade was cut due to numerous wellness violations over the last year. WWE chose to cut him as opposed to paying him another 90 days to keep him from performing elsewhere. So there was no non-compete clause. So he just constantly failed wellness policies.
Pretty much.
2025, 2024. Really?
Yep.
WWE lets you smoke weed now. You're still getting popped for stuff? How?
I don't think it was that. I think now some people said, and I saw some pictures of Andrade. Some people they think that he's on the gas.
Maybe.
So, and everyone's like, well, if he failed a wellness policy, AJ Styles and Randy Orton wouldn't pass one, or Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, well, two things. Number one, they're top guys. Either
They're
way,
top guys.
yeah, either
Yes.
way, it shouldn't happen. But still, they're top guys. Number two, I think legit, if you did piss them, I think they're coming back clean. I don't think AJ Styles is doing steroids. Come on.
No. Brock's always been big.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't want to excuse it, but Brock, Randy Orton, AJ Styles have a long-term benefit to where it's almost like, I guess you kind of have to deal with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to word it like that, but it is kind of true.
If anybody was on the fucking gas, it was The Rock.
Oh, The Rock, dude. Yes.
The Rock was fucking roided out to the fucking gills. You look at that match he had against that tag match where he was teaming with Roman. The dude was so big he couldn't even fit, his ass cheeks couldn't fit into his trunks.
No.
And that's something. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Dave really does hurt the Hurt Syndicate. Yeah. MVP always wants to say about race, about other people. One could say that Dave hates black guys. We're not saying it, but
we're not saying it.
Some people could say that, like, because apparently he's always shitting on him, even though fucking Bobby and fucking Shelton are 10 times bigger than he ever fucking be, and kick his ass with no problem. All right, we got two more stories, but this is what we got. So that was that for Andrade. Now we're going to watch this video. Now, Chad, this is a 2-minute long video. And this is Mark Henry talking about who he thinks it should be John Cena's last opponent. Now, honestly, me and Trey have our own opinions, and I'll go ahead and go with mine. I believe it should be Drew McIntyre.
We're pretty much the same. We're agreed on that, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. But Mark Henry has something to say. He thinks it should be Joe Hendry. Now, look, me and Trey and Cream, we all talked about this when it happened. We thought that this should have happened at Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm.
When Joe was the TNA champion at the time.
Joe was the TNA champion. Imagine if Cena came to Impact. Yeah. It's like, I want all the championships.
Yep. I've never been in the Impact Zone. And we're like, well, that's kind of goofy. I'm like, nah, not really, because it would have popped TNA's ratings. People wouldn't watch TNA to see John Cena.
What's going to really help get a CW deal? You get John Cena on your show.
Yep. It's just hilarious to me, though, because that would have been, like, ridiculous. He shows up in the Impact Zone, everyone going nuts. Even if they wanted to, which the building they were in was really, was great for them at Slammiversary. But, if they really wanted to go big, quote unquote, not the Garden or nothing like that, but like maybe go to that Hulu Theater, whatever it's called up there in the Madison Square Garden, that would have been interesting. But yeah, this is a 2-minute long video, so let's see what Mark Henry's got to say about this.
Yep.
In your mind of who that might be?
In my mind, I want it to be Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
Whoa, that's a
really
big
hot take.
Wait, can we know why?
And people say no, it should be somebody that can. I heard people say Jericho because Jericho is possibly going to be a free agent or whatever at that time, or it'll be this person, like these Hall of Fame caliber people. If John Cena wants to give back to the business, you give it to somebody that's going to have a career.
Oh,
just like him. When he came in and him and Kurt Angle went at it, him having an initial reaction with Kurt Angle is what forged the level of where he was going to be.
What?
You got to give it back. You got to give the rub.
Well, why Joe Hendry? Like specifically, is there something about his
Joe
gimmick
called
that you
him out
like?
early, and Joe is over as hell. But Joe don't have no skins on the wall.
I have a feeling that
he beat Nick Nemeth, and he's beaten a bunch of people at TNA and.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Everyone has beaten fucking.
Yeah,
Dolph
everyone's beaten Dolph Ziggler, bro.
I mean,
that's
everyone's beating that motherfucker. I don't know what, like, I don't know why he's like, oh yeah, he's beating him. All right, well, okay.
It's not impressive beating Dolph Ziggler in 2025.
No, it's like beating up a mentally handicapped person.
It's beating Heath Slater back in 2012.
Cool, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Not cool, my dog. Not cool. All right, let's continue.
Several at NXT, but that's not like beating Triple H. That's not like beating Shawn Michaels.
For some reason,
he gotta have something that the world is gonna say, damn, you beat John Cena on his way out. Holy shit.
yeah.
Do
Like,
you do
that's
you think that
crazy.
would? I don't know. You know, I've had people talk about this, like when Brock Lesnar beat the Undertaker, and they're like, should have been someone to put over. You know what I mean? Do you think there's still enough stock in that? Like, if you beat someone like John Cena, I say this because Austin Theory beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
And where's Austin?
And where's
Theory?
Austin Theory now?
Hey, he's
So,
injured.
yeah, do you think it's just a matter of booking? Do you think the victory itself is a lot to carry Joe Hendry?
All right, hold on. Time out. His booking's been dog shit ever since Vince left. So I'm not even gonna count that to Austin Theory. That was just shit booking by Triple H. I'm gonna be real for that one.
Yeah.
So I get where this guy's coming from, but again, you can't put that on the talent. You got to put that on the offense on that one because they did nothing. And honestly, that match at WrestleMania that year, that match sucked.
It should have happened anyway.
Yep.
I think that's one that shouldn't have even happened.
Yep. And like it was, and when we watched that match a couple years ago, we watched it and we were just like, wow, this match sucked. Like it was really bad. At least I thought this match was bad. I did not like that match.
You could have just had Cena come in for a run and just have you somebody.
Yeah, or it could have been something like better than what they did. But
or even what they did with fucking Elias when he was rapper scene. You could just did something like that again.
Yep. But here's the thing though. Everyone always was like, Cena buries you on the mic. Yeah, if you let him, if you come back and you're a wordsmith, you can
look at Roman Reigns.
Back yourself over. Yeah.
He got destroyed on the mic by Cena. Now look at him.
Yep. And promo wise, Joe Hendry would probably be up there with John. Well, let's be real. He probably would.
He probably handle himself.
Yeah. All right, let's continue this.
I think that Joe Hendry is chosen by the fans, and you always have to go with that. I don't care how polished or how great you are.
Okay, again, yeah, it makes sense, Mark, but they kind of missed the boat. This should have happened at Slammiversary when he was the world champion.
And he shouldn't be his last opponent. I'm sorry.
No. And especially a guy who's like, yes, people know who Joe Hendry is on the internet, right? We all know who Joe Hendry is. We all know from the meme, say his name, he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry, right? We all get it.
Yeah.
But if you want someone in your own company to get over and to beat John Cena on his way out the door, like I said, I think it should be Drew McIntyre. Drew needs it more than anybody on that roster. He needs some wins desperately because he's been booked like shit too.
This year, at least, yeah.
I honestly, Trey, I think he's been booked ever since like shit after he lost the world title to Drew. And his stuff with Punk was really good. I enjoyed that feud. But after that, it's like he just went downhill. Like at the beginning of the year, he was supposed to be like the bloodline hunter. And he had one match against Jey Uso, and that was dropped immediately. And he ain't done nothing ever since.
And then thought they were teasing some of him in LA Knight. But no, we're gonna do him and Damian. It's like, what?
Yeah. She's like, huh? But like I said, they've dropped the ball with him, in my opinion. But yeah, John Cena's last opponent, we shall see who it's going to be. Like I said, if I had the book, it'd be Drew McIntyre. Big time. It'd be Drew. But we'll see what happens in that time period. But let's talk about another thing. We got one more story, and we're pretty much done for the day. So this happened last night. We're going to set up. I'm going to mute real quick. So you guys remember Sting, his retirement match he had. Sting's son, Steven Jr., or Steve Borden Jr., excuse me. Let me hold on just 1 second. I got to go back and I have to go back and refresh it because it's acting stupid. Twitter's acting goofy again. So anyways, Stephen Borden, which is Sting's son, has entered the wrestling ring, legit. He's trained to be a wrestler. And the person that trained him, which is hilarious to me, is Darby Allin, which I kind of find that's kind of funny. But last night, he was in a tag team match last night with his tag partner. And so they wrestled against Darby Allin, and they wrestled. His tag team partner was Killer Cross. So we're gonna play this real quick. Let me get this set up. Let me share my screen. Okay, y'all can see that. Here we go. There's copyrighted music in this, so we're gonna talk over it. We're just gonna mute it. But that's Sting's son right there. The actual one with the actual hair looks like actual star. Besides the fat bastard. but yeah. So he's been training with Darby Allin for a few past months. So for background, Stephen Borden was a football player. He tried to get drafted in the NFL. He was a tight end in the University of Kentucky. Didn't pan out too well. I think he did his own personal fitness channel. And they said he caught the bug during that match with Sting and Darby against the Bucks in his retirement match.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got another clip too what he does because it's pretty scary because he kind of looks like his dad in one spot he does. But there's Darby climbing up the pillar. And, of course, we got a coffin drop. Boom. Right there. Knocks him out. There he is with headlock to Steve Borden Jr. Pushes him off the ropes. Shoulder tackle, which looks okay. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Right there. And all of a sudden, a coffin drop to both. 1, 2, 3. And there is the win for Darby. And there's Killer Cross. Which, okay. But so that's that. But I did find this one spot be kind of interesting to me. Because right here, let me get it up. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Right here. Okay. We're going to. Okay. Now, here we go. I don't know what it's laggy for, but anyways. Right here. We're going to play this. Now, guys, pay attention to this leapfrog because to me, if you're a Sting fan, Sting did this too. And it's pretty scary. So I'm going to play this real quick.
Bro.
Did you see the height he got?
And
on that
from the
leapfrog?
back, he looks like Sting.
Yeah, look
From
at that,
the
dude.
80s.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Looks like his old man did when he back in the 80s when he joined Crockett for the leapfrog. I'm not saying to rip off his dad. I'm not saying put him in the Sting face paint. He'll be over and all that crap. No. I'm not saying that. But honestly, if you did put the Sting stuff on, the face paint and everything between, you could just be Sting Jr. if you wanted
Sting
to.
Jr. If you really wanted
But,
it.
But this leapfrog is just unbelievable, man. Look at the agility right here.
I think he has
scary.
it, bro. I haven't seen him cut a promo, but
yeah, and I know it's we don't know how he's going to do. He might be Brian Pillman Jr., which I like Brian Pillman Jr., but he's been, he's on the roster, but he's not really used well, and he's not, not the greatest in the world, but still, I think with experience and timing, I think this kid's got a bright future. That leapfrog's just ridiculous. And right here, arm drag, not a bad arm drag taken right there. So it's like I said, I hope he does well. But that leapfrog, man, I just saw that. I'm like, wow, that's ridiculous. He got some serious height on that shit.
Yeah.
But but that's all the stories we got today. It was I think we kind of went through them pretty fast, but it happens. But
yeah.
But Trey, do you got anything to promote?
Outside of Countman Reviews, which we will be live. I don't know if Tyler will be there tomorrow.
I'll probably talk to you offline about that. I don't know yet. So
okay. But
All
yeah,
depends.
we'll be live tomorrow reviewing the first Halloween, so look out for that. Oh, and I just got
Well, you can watch it on
Oh,
replay, Mara. You can watch it on replay if you want. It's right there. Watch it on video on demand. The power of replaying videos and streams. But there's a link right there in the chat for Cowman reviews. Like I said, Trey and Cal will probably be reviewing the original Halloween with John Carpenter. So that should be interesting. I might be there. If not, I'll probably be in the back. Whatever. But yeah, and then Tuesday we'll be doing the NXT show for Showdown, and we'll be doing the battle. What's the show called for AEW? The Battle of the Belts, whatever.
Battle of the Belts, some shit like that. Yeah.
It's pretty much their version of the Clash of Champions. Every championship
Or
will be on
Night
the
of
line.
Champions.
Yeah, like the World Tag Titles, the World Title, and all that good shit. We'll see what's going to be the better show. I'm hoping NXT will be a better show, but I really don't have no faith in this show, honestly. I want it to be, but fuck. This whole build up of this show has been dog shit. I'm sorry. It really has. No. We know. I don't cheer for him. No. But anyways, on that note, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys Tuesday. So we'll see y'all then. Until then,
No, see you Tuesday. Yes.
Here's Jimmy Hart to play us out. Peace.
From Montreal to Memphis, parlez-vous français? Tell all the girls the Rouges are on their way. They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow. They're all American boys, all American boys, all American boys. They're all American.